Wait, how many people got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Well, I think we got 8 left. We got 8 spots left. So yeah, man, anybody trying to join the CFM, man, it's $5 entry. Cash App us Packers. If y'all trying to join in. Probably gonna be starting it soon.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Miami Dolphins. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
2nd down and 3. Once again, it's Mostert. And Mostert going to pick up a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Turbo three, kick. Turbo one hard.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play, nerves come into play, and despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now 2nd and 9. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Play action. Here's Hurts. Steps away. Did he get the feed down? Yes. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert from 8 yards out. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Tua now on 1st down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
That was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there. If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands. And a potential big play goes by the wayside.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. This is Swift on the counter. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, Swift. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
What's good, Eric?
Everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and end up making the play.
Coming up here looking for 3
I'm doing good,
yards
man.
to
Can't
pick up the
complain.
first.
How about you?
20 TX.
In motion, Hill. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Evans. And the return will stop right around the 25. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown!
Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Going to the air. Tagovailoa.
This dude is a fucking idiot.
Here in this half, it's intercepted.
Keely Ringo picks it off inside the 20.
And he takes this
Dude
one
is a
back
fucking idiot.
into
He has
the
somebody
end
wide the
zone.
fuck open.
And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD.
This defense, 3 interceptions now. And, Charles, obviously that one for the pick 6. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine what that lead could become with another half of football left to play.
I can't believe he threw that
The way
shit.
they're getting after it, partner.
That shit just
3
pissed me
points,
off, and I'm not even on the offense.
Even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question. And neither is another pick 6.
Barrio is going to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
That is crazy.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
That should have been a
I
pick
guess
too.
It's time now to lean on that leadership.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
On second down, Mostert shrugs him off. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker.
And his pass is intercepted for the
I knew that shit was coming, bro. Come on, man. I'm like that, bro. Come on, bro. I knew that shit was coming. I knew one of them motherfuckers was going to the flat. Come on, man.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Miami Dolphins. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Two and a throw right away. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Oh, for real? Who you using for the? You in the CFM, right?
18 yards and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Ooh.
Completes it to the tight end, Smythe.
Oh yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I had to switch my team, bro, because
7 yards there and a first
Lamar
down.
can't fucking throw.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
Yeah, but I had to switch my team, bro. I can't do it, Lamar. I'm sorry.
Brown in on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. That one good for 16 as the drive
Bro, Lamar's
continues.
like a running quarterback.
So 1st and 10 now.
Some passes he don't sell me, some passes he don't. Like some passes he sell me, some passes he don't. But half of the time he do.
Shotgun with Mostert.
Fuck.
And all the way in for a Miami
I got the Chargers.
Raheem Mostert, 30 yards. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So they start this game just like they won. Opening drive touchdown, a nice run there to finish it off.
Yeah, that's what we call an explosive run because of the distance. And being able to do that, that puts a little uncertainty in the minds of your opponent.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game.
And I think we play each other too, but that's like late in the season. Because I was looking at the schedule last night, and I play you. I play you. I play BRG in the preseason. I think I play Liam. That's gonna be a good game, hopefully.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And they'll begin by running the option. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to strike back quickly with an open touchdown.
Yeah, the good thing about it is he on the NFC side, so I possibly get a chance to play him in the Super Bowl. Even if I lose to him, we can, you know, he could possibly play in the Super Bowl. Hopefully, you know.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line.
Oh.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
Weird.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense.
It is going to be my first ever
and vice versa.
share film, so it should be a good one.
And when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Hey, come on, two. He's right, nice.
From the gun, it's Tua.
A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Tua going to throw.
Give me that.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Evans.
And the Eagles are in great shape.
I ain't lying, that dude's getting bumped.
As they take over at their 46
I can't admit
line.
that.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Oh,
He's gonna
get
get
that
this all the
block.
way down inside the 35.
If you would have got that block, that was a touchdown.
7-7, our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
All the option left, it's Hurts.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, 37 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Okay, scratch that last read. That was the worst read ever.
Shop at the 33-yard line.
This nigga dead ass threw it at
So
me.
rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game
Nigga
plan,
dead ass
I
threw
think
it to
this
me, bro.
defense is reading something
That's
out
crazy.
there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Wow.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run. Down.
2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here's Swift.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
In motion left is Watkins.
One more time with Swift.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action.
Caught it like that.
Ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
On first down, Tagovailoa. He's going to air one out. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins.
I'm a fucking dog here, bro.
And the Eagles
I'm that nigga, bro.
Quickly to add on to their lead.
God damn.
Elliott good on the extra point.
I'm that fucking nigga, bro.
It's a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown,
ever since they did that update, wow, they playing some good ass defense.
Berrios now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
44.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we'll see.
There's about to be a pick on this drive.
Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
What I said? What I said, bro? I told you it's gonna be a pick on this drive.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship. There he goes, right side.
Make that a pick 6. Come on, I don't know why I keep telling y'all this, bro. Y'all should see I'm a dog, bro. Come on, man. I called this pick. I told y'all there's gonna be a pick on this drive, bro. Stop playing with me. Stop. I hope this not the dude that was lacking like fucking crazy last night. The one that had that shitty ass Wi-Fi.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly
after he
fumbled. And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. Because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Second down, Howell now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Howell down to throw it. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9. And Howell will throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert. Howell out of the shotgun. That's to the sideline and pulled in. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
1st down, Howell to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
The best defensive lineman They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, my God.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. All that for
Yo,
a
sucking
2-yard
niggas
gain,
throwing
second
dumbass
down.
reads, man. What the fuck?
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Second down, Howell back to pass. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Tackle made by Chase Young. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Hurts. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Crowder now to return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 10. Throwing here, Howell. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Hurts going to keep it running right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun, here's Swift. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Oh, see, I lost.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Play action. Here's Hurts. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
Oh, my God. Oh, shit.
Quez Watkins. 50
Holy
yards. Shit. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and
that was like the slowest spin move I ever seen in my life. Like, that shit was crazy. I was trying to juke, but he spun.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And this one will be brought
don't
back
tell me it's about to be the 3rd
22.
straight game I forced 4 INTs, bro.
3 first-half interceptions
Don't
now.
tell me.
Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose.
Please don't tell me it's not about to be a 3rd straight game with 4 INTs.
Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete.
Get in there.
He is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, 22 yards. The Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point.
Oh, he quit. You little bitch.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara.
Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara.
Oh, shit.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
They're going to look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Watkins in motion left. Now a give right side Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Second down, here's Hurts.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is
He moved this corner over in the safety spot. He put the damn safety where the corner was.
53 yards. And the
Bro,
Eagles
what
are
the
on
hell?
the board first here this afternoon.
And he thought that shit was going to work. Come on,
They
bro.
said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know
These
he's
niggas
one of the
are so damn
fastest
stupid.
receivers in the NFL, and he showcased
Nigga really
it on
thought that shit was
play.
going to work.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense
Then you ain't
sees
man
him
coverage
early,
with that.
right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
Taking it in from the 20.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Oh, damn. Oh.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Purdy from the gun. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now Purdy.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Throwing here, Purdy.
Oh my God.
This complete to Charlie Warner.
And he has another first down.
It's like I sense he was throwing it to the dude, bro.
14-0 the score. This
Damn.
is the NFL on EA Sports.
Like I fucking sensed it.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
I'm fucking hot. Now watch later on, be cool.
They go play action here. Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy sets up to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Purdy.
Oh!
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. Now Hurts changing up the play. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Here's Purdy. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City.
Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
Montrell Washington.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hurts.
Looking for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
Want to waste his outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. Now he'll try to run with this.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts
keeping it himself from 7 yards out.
And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Solid finish to a solid opening drive, and that's the threat that he represents. He can take off and score on you.
What he makes it is 11-on-11 football, because a lot of the times the quarterback isn't much of a runner, so you don't have to account for him. Well, you do with him, and now he actually gets a lead blocker instead, and he's able to cash that one in.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Washington now brings this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game.
Picked off by Justin Evans. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. In motion left is Watkins.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here's Hurts to throw.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Eagles have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way. Put some doubt in their minds.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
On play action, it's Mahomes.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins.
28 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Washington now brings this out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This ball deep for Tony. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down by a couple of yards, it would appear, as they're able to convert on 4th and 5.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Mahomes going to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them. And
Oh, message. Message.
the line of scrimmage.
21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense.
Bro, this fucking dog
is
barking
still
for
open
about
for the
an hour.
coordinator.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.